Yes, so today we will be looking into the branch and bound technique. So already we have seen the backtracking. Now today we are going to look into the another two types of problems, now which are once again very simple and very important problems which you can expect in the fifth module. So we are going to discuss about the branch and bound technique. Now branch and bound technique, it is a slightly improved version of a backtracking. Now here, as we have already discussed, now we deal with optimization problems. So that means see, either the problem is either minimization or the maximization, so which we call it as optimization problem. Like say for example travel salesman knapsack problem, already we have discussed. So in any optimization problem we have two types of solutions. So one is a feasible solution. A feasible solution is one which satisfies the constraints of the problem. Say for example, now you have a problem of travel salesman. Now when you want to find the path or the route of a salesman, so now he has to visit all the places, all the cities exactly once, and he has to come back, right? Now the constraint here is that he has to visit all the cities exactly once, and from which city he is starting he has to come back. So we call that as a feasible solution because it satisfies the constraint. An optimal solution is, now how we define an optimal solution, is a feasible solution with the best value of your objective function. Now what is our objective function for a travel salesman problem? Now you are supposed to find the shortest route. So the salesman has to find the shortest route, that is which is going to travel in order to visit all the cities exactly once. So optimal solution is when you have got so many solutions, you might be having two or three routes wherein which you travel all the cities but exactly once, but out of those two or three routes, which route is very shortest one, now that becomes our optimal solution, right? Now this is what the backtracking technique says that. So we are going to work on the these type of problems. Now here in branch and bound technique, since we our objective will be either maximization or minimization, now we try to find some a upper bound or a lower bound. Since we are calling it branch and bound, so you are going to branch your what is this state space tree depending upon certain value or a bound, so which can be either a lower bound or a upper bound. If your objective function is a minimization problem, so you are going to find a lower bound. If your objective function is a maximization problem, so you will be finding the upper bound of that particular problem. So now let us try to look into some of the problems under branch and bound. So first we will be trying to consider assignmentation problem. Now what does this assignment problem tells? It is a very simple problem. Now what it tells is that, now see here, now the problem is to assign n jobs, right, to n persons or n people. Say for example you have 4 jobs, job 1, job 2, job 3 and job 4. You have to assign these jobs now to the 4 persons. So A, B, C, D. Exactly you are supposed to assign one job to one person, and in this matrix certain values are given. Now these are called as the cost. That means if I assign job 1 to person A, the total cost incurred is 9 units. If you assign job 2 to A, the total cost incurred is 2 units. Or if you assign job 3 to A, it is 7, and job 4 to A, it is 8. So like this, now all the cost is been given, so which we call it as a cost matrix. Now our task is, you are supposed to assign exactly one job to each person such that the total cost of executing all 4 jobs is minimum. You can assign any job to anyone, but only one job should be assigned such that the total cost of all the jobs should be minimum, right? So now to solve this problem, now first thing you have, since the objective is to minimize, so you have to see the total cost is minimum for executing your job. So we are supposed to find the lower bound here. Now we start with finding the initial lower bound. Now how do we compute the lower bound? So in this, for this particular problem, so we are going to compute the lower bound by adding the smallest element in each row. That means the smallest cost, whichever in each row the smallest cost is been added, such that so we are going to get the lower bound. Now let us, if you take this as our the matrix here, now if you take A, first row, which is the least cost you are having, the least cost is 2, right? In the second row the least cost is 3, in the third row least cost is 1, and similarly here 4. So when you add this 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 4, so you are 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4, you are going to get a 10. So which is our the lower bound. That means initially before we start our problem, now this is what the lower bound is. So now we try to assign one job to one person and try to find its lower bound. Whichever results gives you the least lower bound, we go in that direction. That means we start constructing the tree in that particular direction. Now let us try to solve this problem. Right now this is the same problem. Now the first step, what you are going to find, you are going to find the lower bound. That means right now you are not assigned any job to any person, but we will find the initial lower bound because we have to start with the root node. So how do you find the initial lower bound? You will take the first row, which is the minimum value here, so we will write it down. So 2 is the least cost in this row, in the second row 3 is the least cost, next 1 is the least cost, and in the last row 4 is the least cost. Now when you add all these things, you are going to get 10, right? So now our initial lower bound is 10. So now we start considering job person A. So we'll start with person A. Now if you assign job 1, right, so this job 1, so you are going to assign job 1 to person A. Let us assume you assign job 1 to A. See, for person A you can assign either job 1 or job 2 or job 3 or job 4. Any jobs can be assigned, but we will start with first job. So if you assign this first job 1 to A, so this is written here. So if you assign this job 1, right, to person A, what is the cost for this? The cost is 9. So we will fix the cost as 9 here. So now we will write out the matrix once again. So now what we are doing, now I will circle this. So why we are circling 9? Because this job 1 is assigned to person A. So if you assign job 1 to A, what is the cost for executing that? It is 9. So we will write here 9. So then we will strike off this entire row and we will strike off this entire column, right? So now we will go to the second row. Now in second row, how many values are there right now? 4, 3 and 7. Now out of 4, 3 and 7, which is minimum? 3 is minimum. You will write 3 here, right? Then we will go to the next row, which is the minimum value 1. So we will write here 1. And last row minimum value is 4. So you will write here 4. Now you add up all these 3. So 9 plus 3 plus 1, 13 plus 4, 17. So now what is your lower bound? Lower bound value is 17 we get when you assign first job to A. Clear? So now we will assign the second job to A. Now if you assign the second job to person A, so we will circle this job, we will fix this. Now what you are doing, you are assigning second job to A. In this case you assigned first job. Now you will assign second job and find the lower bound. So you assign the second job to A. So if you assign second job to A, what is the cost for this? It is 2. So we will write down 2. So since you have assigned this, now you strike off this particular row and you are going to strike off this entire column, right? So now you come to the second row. So which is the minimum value? So you have 6, you have 3 and you have 7. So which is the minimum? 3. So you write down 3 here. Now in this next third row, minimum value is 1. In the fourth row, the minimum value is 4. Now you add all these 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 4, 10. So now lower bound value is how much? 10. Clear? So now third job. Now you assign third job to A. Suppose if you assign third job to person A, what is the cost for this? 7. Right? So now what we do in the same process, now we will strike off this particular row and we will strike off this column, because this is assigned to A. So now find the lower bound. So in the second column, second row, which is minimum value now 4, next minimum value is 5, right? So the next is 4. Now when you add all these things, so you get lower bound as 20. The last assign fourth job to A. Let us see, if you assign fourth job to A, what will be our lower bound? So you assign fourth job to A, cost is 8. So then you strike off this row and you are going to strike off this column. So now in the second row, which is the minimum value, 3 here. So you write down 3. Now here 1 and here 9, 6, 7, which is the lowest, 6. So you write down 6. Now you find the total of all these things, you will get 18. So lower bound is 18. So now we have finished the first step. Now what we have done is, we have selected first time we have assigned job 1 to A. We found the lower bound, which was 17. Then we assigned job 2 to A. We found the lower bound as 10. If you assign job 3 to A, lower bound is 20. Job 4 to A, lower bound is 18. So now these 4 things, now we will try to construct a state space tree. Now we will draw the tree here. Now this is what we have drawn. So we started, when you started that root node, what was your lower bound initially? 10, right? So then if you assign job 1 to A, lower bound was 17. If you assign job 2 to A, lower bound was 10. Job 3 to A, it was 20, and job 4 to A, it is 80. So how you got this 17, 10, 20, 18? This is what we have calculated in our previous step. See here. So all this lower bound we got. So when job 4 is assigned to A, lower bound is 18. So here you are going to draw this. Job 4 assigned to A, lower bound is 18. So now from the root node we have 4 branches. Now you see, because the objective is to find the minimum. So your total cost should be minimum. Out of 17, 10, 20 and 18, which is having the lowest cost? This one, right? Lower bound is 10. 10 is very smallest lower bound. So that means we will go in this direction. So we will go in this particular direction. So if you are going in this direction, what you are doing? You are assigning job 2 to A. So you are going to fix this. Now I will fix this job. So job 2 is assigned to which fellow? So job 2 is assigned to person A. So since you are fixing this job to A, so we will strike off this column, right? You are going to strike off this column and this row. So now since you are assigned job 2 to A, so what is the total cost for that? It is 2. So now we will consider second person, right? So one job is completed. Job 1 is assigned to A because that gives us the lowest, least, lower bound. So now we will take the second person B. Now for second person, you can assign job 1 or job 3 or job 4. You cannot assign job 2 because job 2 is already fixed to A. So now we will start the same process is been repeated. Now we will start by assigning job 1 to B. So we will assign job 1 to B. So I will circle this row. So since you assigned job 1 to B, what is the cost you are going to get? 6. 6 is the cost. I will write down 6. So now, so we will strike off this row and this column, right? So now find the lower bound. So now in this row, it already 2 entries are over. Now in third row, which is the least value, 1 and 8, 1 is the least. You write down 1. Next, now what you are having? 9 and 4, which is least. 4 is the least. You write down 4. Now find the total of all this. So 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4, 13. So lower bound you get 13. So now here what you have done? You have assigned job 1 to B. Now what possibilities you can have? Job 3. You can assign job 3 also. So now job 2, this is already fixed now. Since job 2 you have assigned to A, so the cost is 2. So you will strike this particular row and this column. Clear? So now you are going to assign job 3. So job 3 is assigned to B. When you assign job 3 to B, what is the cost you are going to have? This one, we will circle this now. Job 3 is assigned to B. So what is the cost? 3. So you will write down 3 here. Since you have assigned this job, so you strike this entire row and this column. So now for third row, 5 and 8, which is minimum? 5 is minimum, you will write 5. Then 7 and 4, 4 is minimum, you write down 4. Now find all the total of this. 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4, you will get 14 is your lower bound. Clear? So now job 1 is completed to B, or you can assign job 3 to B, or you can assign job 4 to B. So last one. So you will assign job 4 to B. So when you assign job 4, this one, to B, what is the cost for this? 7. And what about job 2? Job 2 is already fixed. Job 2 is fixed to A. No need to, you should not change this now. Job 2 is already fixed to person A. So what is the cost for this? The cost is 2. We'll write down 2. Now this is fixed, so we will strike off this row and this column. Now you are assigning 4th job to B, so you will strike off this row and this column. Right? So now 3rd row. So 5 and 1, which is least? 1 is the least, we'll write down 1. Then 7 and 9, 7 is the least one. You find the total of this, you are going to get 17. Right? So now when you have assigned, when you considered second person, so now these three lower bound you got. What is that 3 lower bound? 13, 14 and 17. So we will draw it, we will further construct the tree. So now we said that, so job 2 is already fixed to A. From here, now 3 possibilities. First, job 1 can be assigned to B. If you assign job 1 to B, what was the lower bound you got? You got 13. You can assign job 3 to B. If you assign job 3 to B, lower bound is 14. You can assign job 4 to B, then lower bound is 17. Now 13, 14 and 17, which is least? 13 is the least. So we will go in this direction. We won't consider these two. We won't consider these two. So now we fix job 1 to B. So now here we have fixed the second job to A. In the next step, now we are fixing job 1 to B. So now 2 job is completed. So now how many jobs are left with us? Now we are left with still 2 jobs. So third person, person C and person 4. So now let us consider person C. Now we'll write on this table as it is first. So after writing down this cost matrix, now we will check how many jobs are already completed. So now job 2 to whom you have already fixed, job 2 is fixed to A, right? So you circle this 2 and you strike off this particular row. So what is the cost? 2 is the cost. Next, job for person B. For person B, which job you have fixed? Now you check your this particular graph. So for person B, which job you have fixed? Job 1, because that gives you the least lower bound. So job 1 is fixed to B. Now what is the cost you are going to get? You are going to get cost as 6. So now 2 job is completed. So now you are going for third person. Now so when you strike off this row and these 2 columns, right? Now you have only 2 possibilities. So now job 3 and job 4. If you assign job 3 to C, what is the cost for this? 1. So you will write on 1 and you will strike off this row and this column. Now what is the only value left for you? It is 4. You find the total, the lower bound is 13. So if you assign job 3 to C, or what you can do, you can assign job 4 to C. Now if you assign job 4 to C, job 2 to A, cost is 2. Job 1 to B, cost is 6. Already from previous steps we got. Now if you assign 4th job to C, its cost is 8. Right? So now for the last one, what is the value left? Now if you strike off all these rows and these columns, now you will be left with only one cost, that is 9. So we'll write on 9. You find the total, you will get lower bound is 25. Now which is minimum here? 13 is the minimum. So we don't go in this. So that means this, in this direction if you are going, means you are fixing job 3 to C, right? So now here, this is what you are going to do. Now you are fixing job 3 to C. When you fix job 3 to C, what was the lower bound you got? 13. Now if you fix job 3 to C, right? So now how many jobs are completed? Now you can see from this particular state space tree. So job 2 is assigned to A, right? For person A, one job is completed. For person B, first job you have assigned. For person 3, third job you have assigned. Now only left with fourth person. What is the only job left for him? Fourth job. So you are going to assign fourth job to person D. So now this is your final solution. So which gives you the total minimum cost. So now we can finally write. So properly you can write the solution. So how you are going to write the solution? So you are going to say person A. So to person A, which job you are going to assign, right? So after constructing the state space tree, so now you are going to write the solution. So you are going to write the solution like this. This is what the solution you are going to get. So let us see this. So now what is the solution we are going to get? Where it went? So let me just see. Yeah. So this is what the state space tree we got. Now this is the solution. So hence the cost for assignment problem. What is the total cost you got here? So finally it was 13. So now how? For person A, job 2 you have assigned. For person B, job 1. For person C, job 3. And for person D, job 4. Now this is your final answer. Now this is how you are going to solve assignment problem. So it is a very simple problem. Now you just practice this particular problem. So in the next, so we will be looking to the another problem, that is under the under branch and bound technique, that is called as the snapshot problem. Okay.